date in 1966, the WWF Heavyweight Wrestling held an event at the National Arena, Washington DC. On this card, Steve Stanley took on Prince Iaukea, Hector Serrano went up against Thomas Marin in a 2-3 falls bout, then Antonio Pugliese took on Tony Altomare. In 1968, World of Sport aired a weekly show with a card consisting of Jim Osborne vs Al Hayes and then Bruno Elrington vs Wayne Bridges. World of Sport also aired a show on this date in 1973, this time with a card that had Masambula vs Cat Weasel, Vic Faulkner vs Tony Sinclair, and then Kendo Nagasaki vs Shirley Crabtree. And then in 1979, the World of Sport was back with a show that had Caswell Martin vs Mel Stewart, John Quinn vs Jack Rowlands, and Steve Gray vs Tim Fitzmaurice. In 1993, WCW held a Clash of the Champions Show 22 at the Mecca, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, in front of 4,000 fans. We saw Ricky Steamboat and Shane Douglas vs Brian Pillman and Steve Austin for the NWA Tag Team titles and the WCW World Tag Team titles. And in the main event, Cactus Jack, Dustin Rhodes and Sting took on Barry Windham, Big Van Vader and Paul Orndorff in a 3-on-3 steel cage match. On Monday Night Raw in 1997, Rocky Maivia faced off against the British Bulldog, and The Undertaker faced off against the Nation of Domination's Crush. During the match, Vader came out to attack Taker to set up their Royal Rumble match. On the other side of the war, WCW Nitro was held in front of over 10,000 fans in New Orleans, Louisiana. The crowd got to see the Giant beat Hulk Hogan by disqualification in the main event. The real highlight though was getting to see Dean Malenko vs Eddie Guerrero in a 12-minute masterclass. XPW held a New Year's Revolution show in California in 2001, with Sabu regaining the XPW title in the main event against the Messiah. In 2007, 1PW returned to the Doncaster Dome in England. The card consisted of Pac vs Kid Cash in a near 25-minute match for the 1PW Openweight title, and a main event of Ulf Herman winning the 1PW title in a 3-way match against Iceman and Jay Phoenix. In the ECW arena again, ZZW held a New Year New Opponents show. Jigsaw faced off against Hallowicked for the ZZW Junior Heavyweight Championship. Ruckus and Sabian won the ZZW Tag Team titles from Onyx and Rainman. Drake Younger faced Danny Havoc in a brutal barbed wire boards and panes of glass match for the ZZW Ultraviolent title. And then in the main event of the night, Justice Payne defeated Chris Hero in 23 minutes 34 seconds to regain the ZZW Championship. TNA Genesis 2013, we had a brilliant main event where Jeff Hardy overcame both Austin Aries and Bobby Roode in a triple threat elimination match for the TNA World Heavyweight title. Or one of the premier female promotions in the world, Shine held their 40th show on this date in 2017. Raquel and Santana faced off against Amanda Carolina, Rodriguez and Thea Trinidad, and the team of Amber O'Neal and Kennedy Brink in a 3-way tag match for the Shine Tag Team Championships. Then, in the main event, we saw a title change when Lufisto beat Allysin Kay and Mercedes Martinez in a 3-way for the Shine title. And finally, in 2019, ROH's Reign Supreme show was held in North Carolina. Kelly Klein took on Jenny Rose in a street fight for the ROH Women of Honor Championship, and the main event, Jay Lethal bested Dalton Castle in a match for the ROH World Heavyweight title.